Hey everyone, and welcome to E for Everyone. My name is Kristen, and I accidentally make myself feel very old when making videos for the internet. Today we're talking about Gabriel Knight, The Sins of the Fathers. This game came out in 1993, a time when Sierra Online was dominating the market. Thanks, Kristen. Here at Sierra Online, we have everything you could possibly want. We're killing the game. We got Police Quest, King's Quest, Space Quest. What, you don't like any of those? Well here, check out Gabriel Knight.
Buy now, only $84.56, adjusted for inflation.
In 1993, video game consoles were awesome. The Super Nintendo and the Game Boy were making very memorable games like Star Fox, Mega Man X, and The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. The Sega Genesis were rocking games like Aladdin and Charles Barkley's Shut Up and Jam. 1993 was a time of dance music, and when music filled the world with questions like, What is Love by Hathaway?
What is love? I don't know.
I still don't know. Movies that came out at that time were Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, and The Sandlot. Ooh. See, at the end of 1992, a movie called Home Alone 2 came out, and then the most popular toy became the Talk Boy. Macaulay Culkin, the young kid actor everyone wanted to be friends with. Also, the biggest reason why Talk Boys got so popular. He used the Talk Boy in Home Alone 2 a few times to trick adults like Tim Curry. Alright, enough of this nostalgia. Give me HD. Gabriel Knight is the owner of St. George's Bookstore and an inspired writer. Now, this being said, there was a 20-year-old remake that came out in 2014, and well, it looks like The Sims. But today we're gonna play the original in all of its pixelated glory. Reginald, roll the clip! The game starts off with a strange dream and rolls off into the actual game graphics that were, well, yeah.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
What the heck? Is the main character a cowboy? Like, this is a super rugged voice coming from this guy.
So, what's new, Grace?
I swear, this guy's voice doesn't match his face. Who is this voice actor? Tim Curry! So you guys know, Tim Curry was a huge name in 1993. It's actually quite impressive that they got him to do voiceover in a game like this.
Tim Curry is among Hollywood's most talented and versatile actors. Using his sensuous masculine voice, Curry created a distinctive personality for the title character of Gabriel Knight.
About Detective Mosely.
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
So in 1993, this was awesome. But today, it's real creepy. I mean, look how their mouths move. So this is our assistant. I have no idea what her job is actually.
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy.
So, yeah, welcome to St. George's Books here in New Orleans, Louisiana. A place for Mardi Gras, overly masculine voices, and voodoo! And if sacred rituals, murders, and mysteries aren't your cup of tea, this game is not for you or for your kids! It's not for kids! Day 1. Gabriel is a novelist who is riding along with the police force to learn more about the Voodoo murders. Why? Because he wants a cool story for his book. Also, because he is having constant nightmares about voodoo. But you know, keep that on the down low, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gabriel spends the day visiting his grandmother to learn more about his family history. Turns out, his original last name isn't Knight.
Tell me, Gran.
Your granddad's name was Heinz Ritter before he came to America.
You solve a clock puzzle, find some pic of your granddaddy, and learn the German word
Schattenjäger.
It means shadow hunter. Gabriel, how do you say that word again?
Schattenjäger.
Schattenjäger?
Schattenjäger.
You go to the police station to talk to Detective Mosely about the Voodoo murders, just to get told off by Officer Fick.
I told you he's not here.
So you need to search for a crime scene. Well, look at that. There's a cop with a radio that might be able to tell me more. Let's distract him with a mime.
All right, mister. You want some of this?
When he runs off, Gabriel listens to the radio and gets the address of the crime scene.
Super illegal.
Gabriel heads to the crime scene and then he sees there's a dead body.
That's disgusting.
This is a family show. I'm not going to show that. We're only going to talk about it. The crime scene has a beautiful woman ask Mosely some questions and she drives off.
Whoa, I'm in love.
The crime scene entails drawings in the sand and a snake scale just hanging out. You know, completely missed by the police. I know I'm better than the trained professionals.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
After that, you head back to the police station and talk to Detective Mosely. He shows you the rest of the patterns that were drawn by the other crime scenes. But he won't let you copy them. So you know, you gotta trick him by getting him to pose in a picture with you for your book. And then make a photocopy while he's distracted. You get back to the bookstore and tell Grace to get the address of that super hot girl you saw named Malia Gedde.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Day 2 rolls around and you have nightmares again.
Did you get anything on Malia Gedde?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella.
You show up at Malia's house just to be turned away by her butler. Turns out Gabriel needs a reason to be there. E for everyone tip. Don't find addresses of random people you think are attractive and then just go to their house for no reason. That's called stalking. Don't do that. Well, since Gabriel is a professional stalker,
What can I say?
Gabriel steals Detective Mosely's badge, then steps out to ask Malia some questions.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Eventually, Gabriel starts flirting with her and gets kicked out.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold.
I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Gabriel takes his photocopy of the drawings and gives them to a sketch artist to put them all together. Gabriel meets a few people on the way during his own investigation. He meets Dr. John, a voodoo museum curator, this old lady who loves dogs, and a weird drugstore owner who wants a lot of money for this lit alligator mask. Day 3. He learns from Dr. John there's a lady who practices voodoo here in New Orleans. He arrives at the Moonbeam residence and questions her about the voodoo murders. Turns out she has a pet snake and likes to dance. While she's dancing and distracted, Gabriel steals some of the snakeskin to see if her snake matches the one from the crime scene. It's not a match. Seriously though, it seems this whole scene was just to watch some lady dance with a snake. So apparently the old lady from the drugstore seems to be hiding something about the murder, so Gabriel wants to question her. Yeah, that's her last name. I know it's French, but I'm not even gonna try. Gabriel stole some clothes from the church and impersonates a priest to gain old lady's trust. Trusting this priest like Gabriel, she gives him a wicked voodoo bracelet to bless it from evil.
Bless this bracelet off a snake.
He then takes a quick clay mold of the bracelet and then heads over to the cemetery to encounter Malia.
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
Whatever for?
I can't stop thinking about you.
Why are you so clingy, Gabriel? He goes to the Jackson Square and has his fortune told.
Stay away from Malia Gedde, or you shall pay with your life.
Then he goes to the drugstore, buys the super lit alligator mask. Since you're spending so much there, the drugstore owner gives you gambling oil. Gabriel goes to university to learn more about the voodoo murders and then falls asleep in class. Don't be a bad student, Gabriel. He goes to the professor after class and shows him the symbol from the voodoo murders. Mosely asks Gabriel to come to the police station. 1, to yell at him for stealing his badge. Oops.
Give me back my badge.
And 2, to observe them questioning a nervous kid named Crash. Gabriel decides he needs to hear some gossip, and he heads to the Napoleon house. There, he finds a pair of friends in a chess match. Gabriel gives the gambling oil to the man that always loses. His name is Sam. Cheaters can win, if you really believe. Cheaters don't really win, especially when they're caught and they get their winnings taken away. Don't cheat, it's bad. Sam agrees to make the bracelet mold for Gabriel because, he's a jeweler and everything's, awesome. It's day 4. Is this a horror game? Why is the creeper staring at me through the window? You learn in the newspaper that the police have closed the investigation on the Voodoo murders because they believe it's linked to the cartel. Now, you know, Voodoo. Gabriel goes to the Napoleon house and gets that bracelet from Sam. And then you spy on Crash talking to one of the drummers in the Jackson Square. So you follow him into the cathedral.
This is an underground cartel in New Orleans.
Oh man, Crash ain't looking so good. Crash gives you more information about the voodoo going on in town, and he just dies, like right there. Day 5. Creepers still be creepin'.
This guy's really starting to bug me.
This is making the whole game feel uneasy. Gabriel goes to the Voodoo Museum and, well...
Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
The fact that he sees the snake, goes, uh-oh, means he probably had plenty of time to, you know, step out of the way. But he didn't. Instead, he just gets choked out by an anaconda.
My anaconda don't...
No, seriously, that song is inappropriate. Gabriel now has a scale from the Voodoo Museum, and it matches the one from the crime scene. Let's get Mosely to reopen that case. Day 6. Mosely mailed a key to his office to Gabriel and claims to go on vacation. So, Gabriel, you just can't enter his office. You gotta be sneaky. He convinces the hot dog vendor to go back to the police station where the officers go grab some grub. And you gotta go fast to get into Mosely's office. Inside Mosely's office desk, he has trackers. Gabriel takes the trackers and heads down to Jackson Square. He studies the Rada drummer and writes down a code he's playing. The code the drummer is playing tells Gabriel to go to the swamp for the next conclave. Ah, the word of the day. Conclave, a private or secret meeting. You know, the voodoo meeting, where it's about to go down, son! Gabriel hides a small tracking device inside a coffin in the Voodoo Museum that he knows they're gonna need for the ritual. And then he follows the tracker into the swamp. This is it, Gabriel. You know the conclave is right beyond these bushes. So he puts on the alligator mask and joins in on the ritual. Oh look, it's Dr. John. He's blowing something into his face, and now Gabriel's hallucinating. Gabriel's nightmares that keep him up at night are real. He sees Malia turned into this demon, and she tries to kill him. Gabriel passes out. Day 7. Turns out Grace followed him and made sure he didn't do anything stupid.
Something about Malia.
She's the head priestess of the Voodoo cartel.
He calls his uncle Wolfgang in Germany. He needs to get out of the country, according to Wolfgang. He has a home there. Before he leaves, he visits the Gedde shrine at the cemetery, only to find...
Mosely!
Mosely, are you dead? Is that his wallet? What happened? Gabriel takes the wallet and decides to book it to Germany, using Mosely's credit card, of course. Gabriel arrives at a castle, greeted by a maid. He walks around the place and scopes out a shrine room. He follows the directions on the wall scrolls.
It worked. Something's happening.
Oh, excuse me. I was just vacuuming.
But that night, Gabriel has a new dream.
Yes. Now you asked for purification. You shall have it. Oh, no!
Day 8. In the morning, Gabriel finds a key to the library. The whole day is literally him just exploring the library, trying to figure out where Wolfgang went. But he ends up finding out where he went, and he goes to the Snake Mounds in Africa. Yes, from Germany to Africa. Day 9. Time to explore the Snake Mounds in Africa. There are these creepy human-like statues all around, and the narrator is constantly yelling at us for how creepy it is here.
A shadow flickers in the corner of Gabriel's eye. The mound echoes a sound like the a shadow flickers in the corner of
Thanks, narrator.
Sound like the scuffle of a...
Gabriel completes the tile puzzle, and the creepy statues start to come to life. Look, let me be real with you. Gabriel can't run. And playing an old game on a DOS emulator sucks. The zombie mummy dude doesn't even come close to me, but yet I die. Look, the sound cue that stops my movement and actions occur when I'm not even in arm's reach.
I really don't want to be dead.
These are my real life frustrations. So let's just swing on over to this dude. Oh hey, it's Wolfgang, our uncle. He enters the heart of the snake mound. There's a weird altar that needs a heart sacrifice to work. I mean, you see a dead mummy in the other room and think, well, let's try that. But no, Wolfgang be crazy and he sacrifices himself.
Wolfgang, no!
Inside the altar is the magic amulet. Meanwhile, at St. George's bookstore, Day 10. Gabriel returns to the bookstore, Grace is gone, and a voice is coming from the back room. Mosely? I thought you were dead, so I stole your credit card, because, well, you know, I'm broke.
Let's make a plan.
Do you have any idea where their headquarters might be?
Perhaps?
He enters the church, and then he enters the confessional. He plants a tracker under the bench for Mosely, and he enters the secret bunker. He wanders around and eventually finds Grace, who is unconscious. Mosely joins him, and he uses his amulet to wake her up.
Grace! Wake up! Grace!
What?
But he has a plan. He asks Grace to pretend to be unconscious still. He grabs the tribal costumes for Mosely and him, and they take Grace away for a sacrifice. Oh no, Malia's being a demon again! So his original plan is busted. Gabriel whips out the amulet as a diversion, where Mosely and Grace spring into action. Bang bang, gonna die, I'm up, I'm not dead, crazies, woo! Gabriel tosses them the amulet, and then tells them to run away, where he deals with the evil Malia himself.
Malia, are you there?
No!
Room starts to split and Malia falls into the crevice. He tries to save her, but to no avail.
No!
So it's the end. A bunch of people died. Voodoo is real, but their voodoo cultist leader is dead.
I think it's over now.
Yes.